Alright, we are back in Germany, and there's actually a racetrack, a road course, just on the other side of the hills here. So we will go take a look at that once we get everything set up. I've lowered the graphics a little bit just to handle some of the areas like this. I don't even think it'll be noticeable, but just in case things look a little worse. It's nothing on anything that we should see. It's more of the terrain quality. So we will see if that helps or not. But yeah, it was definitely getting jittery in areas like this. So let's quickly get loaded up here. Since this isn't updated with seats or anything, you'll see that everything is just kind of a single number here. Fuel wise, let me take a look at what we're at. We need to put 400 pounds in. We are going to do a little bit longer flight, which I mean, I know we're already doing kind of longer flights, but it's yeah, slower plane, so it's going to take longer to get everywhere. Actually, what do we have for cargo weight on this right now? Because it's not looking very heavy. 413 pounds. So, there we go. And why do we have... There we go. Alright, so I don't know what is going on with the weight, but it looks like we're 100 over, so it's probably here. Most likely. That's fine. Just click load in one more time. So let's get the battery on, avionics on, get those started up. Turn these on, otherwise it yells at me. Don't think we'll need the heater. Looks like it's going to be a nice day, so I might get a couple of flights in. Start. Much easier to do.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
Alright, so we're going to add a little bit of time onto our flight, and we're already doing... Actually, we're only doing 106. Never mind, I thought I was doing a longer flight, but... we are not, so that's all good. So right now... I want to head that direction. Once our GPSs pop up, I will get our direct in for, where are we headed to? Winningen? So this is where we're headed. But we're gonna go swing out a bit here and head down into this area where a road course is that I've never heard of. And this is taking forever to pick up GPS. There we go, they're starting to come in. Alrighty, so let's just get this in. ED RK. Whoa, why is this being so weird? I didn't change refresh rate on this, but it is acting really bad. It's like it's cold and running slow. We're not going to activate yet. We got cowls open. Let's go ahead and do that. Got our feet working. Got our mixture working. Okay. Wind is a crosswind once again, so I think we'll just take off towards the hills. Taxi back on this. So, cool, neat little area. I did find the castle. We actually went directly over it, but it wasn't a big castle. There were bits of it left. Well, we are going to go ahead and go up here. I want the full runway. Just because we do have those hills. And I'd rather play it safe here, just in case this thing is slow to get going. Although we're going to be going uphill at this first bit, so maybe slow to get going anyways. Alrighty, well, let's real quick. Okay, I'm gonna turn that on, make sure we're good. Let's get up. Be fighting the crosswind a little bit here. Ooh, really fighting the crosswind. And we're up.
Okay, pilot, steady away. See
Gear
you
up.
again soon.
Flaps up. Gonna get this thing turned over the hills here. Thankfully they boosted us up a little bit. Vertical speed on. It should take over. Heading not working. Oh my god, this thing, really annoying. I'm just gonna turn it off for a second here. It is so broken. Come on, work. All of these are just really broken at the moment. I don't get it. Holy shit. Alright. Okay, we nearly died. We're good. We're alive. The trim was really stupidly broken. Autopilot's not working. Can we altitude hold here? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why it's not working, but hopefully it'll randomly start working like it did last time. But we're headed in the right direction for going to find the racetrack, so that's a positive. Let's pull this back here. Get our mixture back. Is it working now? That felt like altitude hold. Got a heading hold? Okay. I don't know. I don't know what I am doing to screw it up like that, but doing something. I wonder if there's something on the yoke that is... No, I don't know. Just need these planes to get updated so that they work better with the game, since they were built for 2020, and I don't believe have had a proper update yet. Which is why the screens sometimes work or don't, and yeah, it's just a mess of things. I think we're supposed to go this. Oops. Yeah, VFR. Is VFR 7,000? Okay, whatever. Alright, so we're holding 2,300 right now. The ground is getting a little hilly here. We are working on getting to Steinheim, and then we're going to follow that down to the racetrack. Actually, we can probably just head south now. Bilsterberg is the part of the name that I can say. The rest of it is 100 words all thrown together. It's not quite south of us. Things are running a little smoother as well, graphics wise, so that's good. But we're also getting away from the photogrammetry area, so. There was 300,000 people in that area, it said in Wiki, so way denser than I thought. Now, what they were actually counting of that, was it all these little communities around here, or, you know, not 100% sure on that. So I think we're looking at, turn a little more. Off over here possibly for the track. I don't want to head directly at it because then we won't get a good view of it. And then we will activate and do our cargo mission. I've still got to kind of look and see what is on the way, because there may be some other things that we can see on our way, but we may be going outside of Germany as well here. Alright, and we got the racetrack just in front of us. We're actually flying over it here. So it's got a lot of elevation, a lot of trees in the middle of it. And this section looks really crazy over here, but that could be over exaggerated. Let's turn this way, and then we can catch it out the back. Well, maybe not. But yeah, it's in the hills and the trees. There it is. So looks like a more of a motorcycle track almost, with the way the turns are. Alright, we can activate this now and go with our nav. That'll get us turned in the proper direction. And we'll see that we're 43 minutes out. Kind of heading back the same way we came, but going south. Alright, now I gotta go search for where the hell we're actually headed. Alright, so it's north of Frankfurt. Yeah, not sure if we're gonna see much else racetrack wise. There's a few little ones, but I'm not sure how close we're going to get to any of that. Actually, they're south of where we're going anyways, so not expecting to see much more, so we went out of the way, get R1 and call it good. But yeah, the weather is good and not windy. We're actually making pretty good ground here. 145. We can actually just pop this up to full throttle and get a little more out of it. double check. Yeah, we might actually have to get a little higher here. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Climb here. Possibly. There we go. I'm not sure how close this is to the airport I want to go to. I think we're still pretty far out. But I may just do a flight there after this, depending on the distance. I can actually pull it up here. Nope, that is not it. Well, I thought I knew what the code was, but I've completely lost it. Wow, I just looked it up like a few days ago, and I cannot find a damn thing on it now. Alright, we're at 4,000. Looks like that is good enough terrain-wise. Altitude hold on now, 4,575. Alright, I think it may... Nope. Right, it's the Moselle River in that area. Okay, I think we're actually headed in the right direction. There we go, Zell. That's the town I was looking for. It's not where we're headed, but... There we go. Alright, I've figured out where in Germany it is. So yeah, it looks like we are just crossing a bunch of terrain here. This is what we had to get above, otherwise we were gonna struggle to get over top of it. A little town within the valley there, or that is Willingland Upland. It's a ski resort. That is why there is bits of trees gone. Yeah, not a whole lot in this area though. Just a lot of hills. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get over into some really interesting areas that have a bunch of Mars that are pretty neat. I just don't know why it's not showing up on the website. Very odd. Doesn't matter though. Find it, we'll go to it. Maybe they removed it. Hopefully not. I mean, should still be able to land there, but it looks like they have removed it from the flight planner, so that's unfortunate. We're currently 24 minutes out, 62 miles. And I probably should look at what this airport is, if it even shows up. Oh wow, this puts us in a perfect position for where I wanted to go anyways, so that's awesome. We got a 3,855 foot runway. It's actually going to be a pretty cool airport because it is right on the river, and just off to the side is a fairly steep little bit. Do we have a racetrack over here? Something interesting down the road. There's something interesting off the end of the runway. Okay. So yeah, we're not going to be very far from that airport I want to go to. So that will definitely be our next flight, following the river down. Looks like we might have a supercross, or not a supercross, motocross track just off the end of the runway. Yep, there's a motocross track right at the end of the runway. And so yeah, the next flight will just follow the river down, because it is really one of the most scenic places. And then we'll try to land at this other place. It's a grass runway. just a lot of hills. I think what we'll do is drop off the cargo, instantly fire up, and fly down. But that'll be in the next video. Otherwise, this one's going to be way too long. This is going to backtrack us almost all the way to Luxembourg. And yeah, I think once we see that, then I'm just going to kind of randomly go wherever it wants to go and see how far away we get. Now there's going to be issues with mountains, but we'll sort that out when we get there. So, much higher peak just down there. All about the same though throughout the central bit here. Just ahead of us, reservoir with a dam on it. Whole lot of people living directly under that dam. We've got a fairly large town coming up. Siegen. Alright, so Netfin is right off our wing, or right under us. And then Siegen is maybe that down in there. It's been difficult to spot where things are here. It's a lot easier in the US where everything's squared off pretty much. 40 miles out, 15 minutes. We are at 4,550. We are landing at 665. I'm going to hold off on the descent for a bit. Doing 158, and our airspeed is 150, so it would kind of tell me that we got a bit of a tailwind, especially since it felt like the tail just got lifted up there. Yeah, we're doing 160 now, so I'm going to assume that we're going to have to go turn around, land back the other way. But making good time for once. Now, there was some storms moving in, but I think they're all south of the mountains. So, shouldn't have to worry about that. You know, I may even switch up planes just because this thing's been having a few issues and it's pretty difficult to sightsee with the engines where they are. Let's see what is at our airport we're going to. We got a 207. That's going to be pretty old tech. It is a base game plane. Also have the Bonanza. But I think a 207 we're probably going to get a little bit better view. And we're going to be able to haul a lot more cargo. We're going to be a lot slower though. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch that up. Haven't flown the 207, may as well. I also have the PC-12, but you know what? I want a slow low flyer. And we can just rent it for 76,000, so. And the per day and per hour is very cheap, so yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. It should be about as basic as this, and we'll be able to see out the window a lot better, and it'll be a base game plane, so it should, well, I guess I shouldn't say it should work, because a lot of the base game planes don't work. So we will switch up airplanes. Pay back the loan that I took out to get over here. And then start hauling a lot more cargo, because this thing is definitely not able to haul too much. PC-12's a very, very tempting one, but we're not going to do that. We'll wait till we get a little further out of Europe and maybe switch to something like that to go a little quicker. So yeah, we will go with the 207. It's actually supposed to be a little bit quicker than this, and it can haul 7 people. So that might open up some opportunities for us. Alright, well, the ground is definitely getting further away now. Everything's kind of flattening out. We're at 7 minutes out. If we look ahead, we got 20 miles out. I think we're actually looking at maybe right around here. It's going to be the river. Wind has changed a little bit. Now we're pretty much even with our airspeed, so let's say we either got a crosswind or very little wind. Forgot to... Oops. That's not what I wanted. Hopefully I didn't knock off our autopilot. Alright, so this is the first river. Our river is gonna cut back this way. We're coming in from the north. The runway's essentially east-west. Alright, so this is our river, and the runway, is it? Yeah. So then and I'm confused. We're back on this hill, possibly? Or a little further back? Alright, let's bring it down. Some of this altitude. Ten miles out. Just having a really hard time following this river, where this is the first little bend, and then it goes back this way, and then it does another little bend. So thinking it's right here or right here. I mean, we should be headed directly at the airport, so that would mean right here most likely. Neat little town, though, along this. But we gotta start figuring out where our actual airport is. Sure we don't start over speeding here. Doubt we have weather. Yeah, nothing. All right, well, the river goes uphill, it looks like. There's something funky going on. There's our airport. Alright, we got it in sight. Autopilot off. Yep. We are really high right now. Even the gear warning light isn't working anymore. Yeah, I feel like we had a tailwind. Go ahead and come out this way. Man, that river's looking kind of broken. That's unfortunate. Hopefully it fixes itself. Let's get the gear down. $2,500. The flaps. kind of feel like we're getting shoved off to the side. So it could be a crosswind. But I also feel like we are still getting a tailwind right now. So should, once we turn back in, at least have a little headwind. Let's get this up. Let's get these all the way up. Okay. Alright, we are at 1,800, 1,750. You can see why this river is so awesome. The crazy people built down in it, though, rather than on the tops. Alright, we're 1,000 feet above the runway elevation. We got the airport in sight back there. A very large bridge over here. And we're getting kicked around as we come out away from this over the valley. Yeah, the river goes uphill there. That's unfortunate. Definitely ruined what that was going to look like, because it should be a pretty steep hill on the backside of the airport. But it looks like it decided that it wanted to make that bit flat for the airport. Alright, gears down. Definitely got a bit of a headwind. Little cross though. You can see it blowing out to the left, the windsock. Didn't even look at the motocross track. It might be that we just passed. We're getting rid of this plane anyways. Native 170 or 162.
Clear the runway and taxi to parking.
That's not bad. Could have been a lot worse. We got in a kind of a weird race to the ground there. Landed it on the left wheel a little harder. But let's get turned off here and yeah, it looks like they flattened the river to be exactly level with the airport. Very odd. But we're gonna hop in a different plane now. Head over to my favorite airport. Hopefully it's not completely broken. Hopefully it's still in the game. Kind of weird that it's not on the flight planner system. Oh, and I also saw that they, or I've just been missing it, that they added the ability to turn off ground traffic. That was not an option last time I looked, so we have solved that issue with everything being completely filled up. We're just going to park this here, shut it down.
Stand by, pilot. Cargo unloading.
And let's hop out real quick. Let's do this while they're unloading. So yeah, they decided to bring the river up to the exact same level as the airport. Look how close the river is. It's supposed to be way down. So the game decided that
Pilot, that's all the cargo removed from the aircraft.
the
Enjoy
airport
the rest of
was
your day.
larger than it needed to be. Alright, now that we've done that, we can go free cam, and
You can start your engine now.
here is our motocross track. Does not look very good. Pretty small, whole lot of trees in it, and I think it's possibly, I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be flat land there. But yeah, this is what the side of the hill is supposed to look like back behind the airport. And then this river is just really neat. So we're gonna fly up it and do a personal flight on the next one in a big old fat stationaire, and we'll see where we go from there. So thanks for watching.